Time. Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't see the 30 seconds.
Mr. Johnson, would you want me to repeat the question?
No.
Go ahead.
No, I think your question addressed funding solutions. What I think I just heard from my opponent was that the only sure funding solution is our own money with staggered assessments, and I am not for that. I believe that of the possible funding solutions, many of them have been dangled in front of us. Even the latest legislative initiative shows $200 million to be given out whenever the state may have it, and of course the state's $3.5 billion in debt. The other one that the state alludes to as a funding solution is the state revolving fund, which is a loan, not a fund. Basically, the citizens still have to pay for it. The federal grant money has always been dangled out in front of us. It comes out in little dribbles. Now I believe that we're looking at $6 million for a $187 million program. That doesn't work. So I think when you get into funding solutions, the best that we could do is say to the state of Florida, look, we need the $200 million to be distributed within Monroe County, and we really will have a difficult time going forward until we get the $200 million or until we get at least a substantial share of that funding to address Islamorada's needs. Other than that, I think viable on-site systems would be an alternative if we have to pay the whole load.
Thank you. That concludes round one. For round two, we'll start with seat 2 and question 5. This one, let's see, would be for Mr. Purdo.
Cheryl, may I ask a question? Are you holding up the 30 seconds and the 15-second cards these days?
They asked us not to.
Are you having difficulty seeing the clock? Are you guys having trouble seeing the clock? Okay. We'll go ahead. We'll hold the signs up in addition to having the clock.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh, you turned 30?
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. You don't start until.
Mr. Purdo, this is question 5. Elaborate on your approach to the environment through such methods such as waste management, recycling, water reuse, etc.
I made a mistake. This is the same question they answered previously. That's a 3. Sorry, I screwed that up. That's my fault. My apologies. My numbers are hard to read.
All right.
That's my fault.
That was a good question, Mr. Purdo, but that wasn't the right one. Here we go. We're going to start over. Question 3. Okay, Mr. Purdo.
I'm listening.
In these difficult economic times, what is your business plan for Islamorada, not only to survive, but also to grow and prosper?
Well, right now, the business plan, we don't have one. At least this council doesn't have one. We started a project 5 years ago in North Plantation Key, and these poor people have been suffering for over 5 years, and we don't have $1.3 million to bail them out. I mean, this village is broke, so we have no plan in place right now. We do have to take short steps here because I don't believe that we can go forward with a sewer plan now until we finish phase 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I just firmly believe that we cannot afford to spend any more money. We have a very, very high-priced staff. We have Hazer and Sawyer, who we're paying $100,000, a potential of $100,000 a month to, for design. They haven't designed a thing. We've got a village manager that we're paying with perks upwards of $130,000 a year. So we have to start cutting back. We have to start managing our money. We have to start assisting the people in this community that have been suffering for the last 5 years. And not only North Plantation Key, but now Tahiti Harbor's got problems, Wren Street's got problems. So our whole sewer plan in place just isn't working, and we don't have the money to even fix it, so we have no plan in place at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Lindsay, you want me to ask the question again?
Yes, and that's for me,
Oh, okay.
right?
Well, that's a natural mistake.
Mhm.
Question 3. In these difficult economic times, what is your business plan for Isla Mirada, not only to survive, but also to grow and prosper?
Every year, of course, the Village of Isla Mirada sets a budget. It's based on our mission statement that it is comprised of 4 parts. And every year, we receive figures from the tax assessor, which gives us a basis on which to formulate a plan. And of course, we start with goal setting and priorities and a plan of how to achieve those goals. And our budget is comprised of many areas. One area I particularly like is, what are we going to do with our infrastructure funds? We also have an enterprise budget for example, the marina, and that is supposed to be self-sufficient. Overall, we have about $36 million to spend, and obviously that gives us lots of choices. And I believe that there has been a lack of participation, but part of it is timing, and the timing is not set by us on council. We get the numbers, and we must set a millage rate by September. And of course, our citizens are welcome to participate in the budget workshops that we hold and hear all the same opportunities that we hear, and to give us their feedback. And I believe that we actually actively seek that input by talking to our neighbors and friends.
Thank you. The next seat is seat 3. And the first person is Mr. Phillipson. Oh, you caught on what I'm doing. Okay. And the question is number 2. What solutions do you believe are available to fund whatever wastewater program Isla Mirada decides to implement, and what is the best way to move forward until such funding is provided?
First of all, we need to complete the engineering study that's going on right now with our engineering firm. I want to just make a comment based on my observations. When our village manager came into this city, to this village, he didn't have a staff in which to work with. So he hired an engineering firm that was probably one of the premier engineering firms in the country. We didn't have an in-house staff, so he had no choice but to go outside. I think they've done a pretty good job based on the direction from the council and the village manager. And when we achieve our design phase, funding will be available through the various grants, loans, low interest loans, and that's the way I want to proceed.
Thank you.